Hello YouTube. Alright, so hopefully I'm getting ready for this video. It is not going to be scripted, again. But I'm kind of just going with the flow because I kind of gave up on the scripted videos. So today we are going to learn if statements and loops. So first of all, let's create a script. Let's go into said script. As you can see, I zoomed in on the script just a little so you guys can see it better because I've been getting complaints that people were not being able to read the script properly. Alright, so to start with, we are going to be learning if statements. If statements are basically statements that run when a certain argument is true. So if we typed in if, and then 1 plus 1 equals, 2, then this will return as, well, it won't return, it will state as true. So that means this if statement will run. Sorry, I'm just getting ready for the fair, and I'm supposed to be being picked up soon, and I don't know when the ride is coming. But this will go if the if statements will run if the statement in between is true. And then we will add end and print hello world. So basically, if 1 plus 1 equals 2, then it will print hello world or do whatever is in between the end and the if statement. So if we play this, it should print hello world. Or not. Oh, one thing I almost forgot. Well, I did forget. In Lua, to equal something, you will need to add 2 equal signs, because that is equal in the Lua language. It's just meaning that there is no, there's nothing in front of it, so we could have less or greater than or equal to 2. We could also do, less than or equal to 2, or not equal to 2. This little squiggly right here, that means not in the Lua language. This whole thing with the equal sign, not. So right now we're going to do equals. So then let's play. And it should print hello world. There you go. Alright, so now we've got that. We could do equations like that. And we could also do booleans. So booleans work basically the same way, but just kind of differently put. So we could have a variable named if state equals true. So then we could put in here if state equals true, then print hello world. And it prints hello world. But this is just blocky. You could, for if statements or booleans, you could just put like the variable. So instead of putting equals true, you could just put if statement then. That'll just mean the same thing as true. As you can see, hello world. If it was false, then you would put if not if state. Because if it is not true, then it will print. So that's basically a boolean. There is a shortened version like this, but you could always do the equals true or equals false. Either one of your choice, it'll still work. You could also do the little squiggly and equal false, then it would mean, or if state is squiggly or equal to true. That means not true or not equal to. And it'll still print hello world. So there's a lot of ways to put that. I find just the name and not, I think that is what I choose over anything. But it is up to your preference. You could also do properties. You could also check properties. So if workspace.baseplate.color equals, and you know what, let's just set opacity, or let's find opacity. Opacity equals, and then let's check the base plate, 255. Then, so this will print if the workspace's base plate opacity is equal to 255. And hello world, there you go. But if we were one off, then it will not print because it is not equal to 255. And as you can see, did not print. What else is there for if statements? Doesn't really look like there is more. You could also do player.health equals 0 and all that stuff, or less than or greater than 0, greater than or less than 0, whatever. And that's basically it for if statements. Now we are heading over to for loops. For loops are kind of confusing at the start, but once you get used to them, they are more and more easy. So for loops basically work like this: for, and then a variable defining what the loop number it is on. So I usually do for I equals 1, 2. Do. Let's add a third one because this is going to be important. So basically, for I, that's going to be our variable, equals 1, 2, and 3. So I will always be the count the loop is on. So if this runs 5 times, then I would equal 5. If it runs 10 times, it'll equal 10. So the first number right here, this is where it is going to start. This is where the loop is going to start. So if you wanted to start at like 4, I would start off as 4, and it will go up in increments of, I'll get to that in a second. The second one is the number where it's going to end. So if I placed it at 10 and I place this at 4, it will start at the number 4 and it will end at 10. So that means there will be 6 loops in total. Then we've got the third number, which is 3. So basically, it will start at 4 and end at 10, and it'll go up increments of 3. So it will go from 4 to 7, and then, 4, 1, 2, 3, to 7, and then up to 10. And it will run a total of 3 times. So first is where it starts, second is where it ends, and third is the increment of what the loops go up by. So I will always be what number the loop is, and it will also follow the increment value as well. So you could also call the I. So if I do print I, then it will print the I variable. It will start at 4 and 7 and 10. Perfect. That is basically all for loops. Just all you need to know is you could call this variable. It is going to be the number of loops it will be on. This is the start, end, and how many counts it goes by, or how many increments it goes by. Now we will be doing for IV and pairs loops. Basically, for IV and pairs is it's going to be counting how many times or how many things are in a table of something. So if I made a table called table YouTube, I guess, equals, we'll get into tables in a different video. For now, or wait, I already did tables in a video, never mind. And then we will define this table. Let's do test 1, test 2, and test 3. If I could type, I honestly cannot type today. Alright, so in this table there are three I've spaced out, sorry. I forgot what the names were. 3 directors, I think. And we could call it, and it won't print anything since it is a table. This is just the variable that holds these items. So, for loop, or for IV and pairs loops, are laid out like this. Oh, I can't type. So basically what this is doing, these are the variables that we have. The well, you can always change the variables in any for loops. I just specifically use these for easy access and all that because I memorized them. And basically what this is doing for this is the count again. This is the increments, or like number of loops it's been through. And this is what it is getting from the table. In pairs is just basically finding, or it is whatever's in the table, just calling it. And this is the table that we have gotten. So basically, V will be the item in the table that is. I don't know a way to explain this, but basically, whatever I is, so if it was 2, if I equals 2, V would be test 2. If I equals 1, then V would equal test 1. If I equals 3, V would be equal test 3. And then basically it's laid out like a for loop-ish, kind of, but it's just using a different format. So if we go end that, we could print V, and it should print in a line, or like, yeah, test 1, test 2, then test 3. Sorry if you could hear background noises. Test 1, test 2, and test 3. Perfect. Sorry if you hear background noises, my window's open. You could also do print table YT and then I. And then this should also give you test 1, test 2, and test 3. There we go. You could also do that with for loops. It's just so much easier to do it with in pairs. You could also do it in get players or using get children. So get or players dot get players and then parentheses. So basically, you were learning how to get the players. So it'd be players.getPlayers in the server. This will get a table of all the players, and you will be able to print V, and that should get their usernames. Well, currently no, because I'm not in the game. But if you added a wait, and we just wait 5 seconds. Wait for the client to load up. If it'll load up. Hurry up, maybe. Let's see if it prints in my name. No? Not even? Well, rip. Let's just add a player join loop or event. So players dot player joined connect function. I will get to all this in a different video. This will be whenever I go over the wiki or the API documents. So whenever a player joins, it will run that loop. And it should give me my username. So basically it is players.getPlayers is a table of all the players in the game, and is basically calling them. Oh no, I forgot to add .username. But basically, this is what it says when you don't add .username. In some instances, you don't need the .username, but in this instance, you will need it. So the way you will do .username is v.username. And in some instances you won't need it. Like I'm pretty sure .touched events don't need it. Oh snap. Hopefully this video turns out correct. I'm getting encoding overload. Oof. That's tough. We'll see how this video turns out. I'm lagging pretty much, but as you can see, it prints DB1. I'm crossing my fingers. So basically, that prints every player in the game. You could also do it with models too. So workspace, that's just, yeah. Workspace dot karambit and get children. So basically, this is getting all the children of the karambit in workspace. So these will be all the children of the karambits. So the blade, handle, and thumb hole. So it should print. Oh wait, they don't have usernames, so we gotta get rid of that. So it should print their names if I'm not mistaken. If not, then we'll just do v.name. Are you gonna load? Client's been really acting up. Jeez. Send the token faster. This is killing me. Why is it stuck at 50%? Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, you get the point. So basically it'll print all the children in the karambit model. Now we're going to be doing while loops. I think I went over everything for IVM pairs. So one quick run over. I will be the number it is on. So like if it's in the second loop, it'll be 2, and so on. V will be the item that it is currently on. So it is going to be the item in the table. So if we test, or if I equals 1, then V will be test 1. I equals 2, V is test 2, and all that. So now we are on while loops. So the way we set this up, we will just set it up as while true do end. So basically this will run whenever the server is currently running. This is just the simple, if you want the script to run off forever, then this is your go-to. If you want a certain outcome of it, so while let's say 1 plus 1 equals 2 do, then this loop will run whenever 1 plus 1 equals 2. If it does not equal 2, then it will not run. You could also do while workspace dot base plate dot opacity equals 255 do. So basically it is just going to run until a certain can't think of the word, I'm brain farting this whole video. It'll basically run whenever until the workspace does not equal 255, or workspace dot base plate dot opacity does not equal 255. We'll just print hello now. Really, I really recommend putting a wait in here, so it will wait instead of running constantly, and maybe lag your game. So if we run, it should be printing hello, hello, every 5 seconds. So now you see that. Oh, did I just close the whole thing? So next will be repeat until loops. It is basically the same thing with while loops, but this will repeat until a certain I don't know the word, until something certain happens. So the way they are set up is repeat until 1 plus 1 is not equal to 2. So this will repeat a certain thing until 1 plus 1 does not equal 2. Could also print hello, and then wait 5. Basically, it's the same thing as while blank blank do, but this is just a repeat until. And it will print hello every 5 seconds, or 5 seconds. Hello. Hello. Alright, you get the point of that. There's not really much else I can think of that I need to go over. I think I went over everything that I needed to. For loops, if statements, while loops. I'm pretty sure that is it. I'll go over events and stuff in probably a new video, so you can actually have certain things go off when certain stuff happens, so like touch events and all that. But in this video, I think this is pretty much wrapped up. If you want any help, then join DevHub. We are a group all about creating stuff like clothing, games, building, literally anything you can think of that inspires people or gets the creative part of your brain working. DevHub's group link will be in the description. Please join that. I think that is about it. I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any questions, please comment down below, and I will try getting to you as soon as I can. I hope you have a good one. Join DevHub. Watch other videos that I have, and peace out.